Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin. Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. Oh, no, not again. I don't understand. Every game seems to be the same. Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Observe. Hello, revolting slob. Excuse me, revolting slob, but I'd like to teach the viewers a few new words.
So?
It's hard to believe, but you're looking a little messier than usual. So, everyone, is the revolting slob A, dishonest, B, dismissed, or C, disheveled? The correct answer is C, disheveled, which means ruffled and untidy. Revolting slob, I'm sure you'll get a lot of use from that word. Revolting slob, is everything okay?
Thinking.
Really? How exciting! What are you thinking about?
Lunch.
Now, this is really a magic moment. The revolting slob is actually thinking. Does that make him A, pending, B, pensive, or C, penalized? The correct answer is B, pensive. To be pensive means to be deep in thought. Oh dear, that didn't sound good. Oh my. It seems as though all that thinking about food has made you sick. Does that mean the revolting slob is now A, queasy, B, cauterized, or C, vaporized? The correct answer is A, queasy, which means feeling nauseous or sick to your stomach. Let's review, shall we? You look a mess. How can you stand to be so disheveled? When you think about lunch, you become rather pensive. Oh, but all that thinking about food has made you a little queasy. But not to worry. Queasy come, queasy go. Well, I think that's quite enough for today. Try these new words out on somebody the next chance you get. See how many friends you keep. Oh, yes, by the way, vaporized. It means to vanish into smoke. No slobs or parakeets were harmed in the filming of this show.
Cartridge loading. Check. Distraction news on the air in 3, 2, 1.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news, and at the end of our newscast, I will ask you 5 questions about what I've reported. So make sure you're not distracted. Tonight, we investigate internationally as we look into the United Nations. The United Nations, or UN, was formed in 1945 to promote world peace. Although the United Nations building is located in New York City, the land is not part of the United States. It has its very own internationally zoned land. The General Assembly, which can discuss any world problem, includes every single member country in the United Nations. The 15 members of the Security Council discuss matters of peace and security. And when there is need to send UN soldiers into the field, they are supplied with blue helmets so as to identify them as peacekeepers. The chief officer of the UN is the Secretary General, and he or she is elected for a 5-year term. So, we've just presented a world of knowledge. I wonder just how much attention you've been paying to it. Well, I guess we'll just have to see, won't we? Here goes. The United Nations was formed to promote world music, world war, or world peace. The answer is world peace. Every member of the UN is represented in the General Motors, General Assembly, or General Washington. The answer is General Assembly. The group that discusses peace and security is called the Security Council, the Peace and Security Council, or the World Wrestling Federation Council. The answer is the Security Council. A UN soldier is fitted with an orange ski cap, a blue helmet, or a nice comfortable pair of slippers. The answer is a blue helmet. And lastly, the United Nations is built on United States land, Never Never Land, or its very own land. The answer is its very own land. So, did you get all 5? If you did, you may be ready to help the UN promote peace in your very own neighborhood. But no matter what you do, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
I'm Professor Rocket, and prepare yourself for the treat of a lifetime. Me! All right, Psycho Math! Oh no! I think I lost my E = MC squared. Okay, here's how Psycho Math works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of numbers, I will show you some pictures. Now listen up. You figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. It's more fun than a barrel of monkeys. No, that is not your first picture. Are you ready? Then let's do some Psycho Math. Okay, let's start with the number of ounces in a cup. Then add it to the number of players in a tennis doubles match. Then divide it by the eyes in your face. Yeah, what you're using to stare at me right now. Okay, now, you got the answer? You take the 8 ounces in a cup. Add it to the 4 people in a doubles match. Divide it by the 2 eyes in your head, and the answer is 6. Now, let's get ready for the next one. The number of pennies in a dollar. No, I do not owe you 1 penny for your thoughts. That is too expensive. Plus, the number of jacks in a deck of cards. Jack, I think you're aces. Then, take away the number of leaves on a lucky clover. How you doing? You still with me? Now, what does it equal? We got 100 pennies in a dollar, plus 4 jacks in a deck, minus a 4-leaf clover? And the answer is 100. 100. That number is so good, it scares me. Okay, here's the final one. I'd like to give you more, but I don't want to spoil you. The number of inches in a yard. I'd use that to measure my enormous brain. But a yardstick is way too small. Subtract the feet on a snake. Professor Rocket hates snakes, but I'm being brave because it's for my math. Minus the number of sides of a pentagon. You got the answer? All right, let's wrap it up. There are 36 inches in the yard. Minus 0 feet on that terrible snake. Minus 5 sides of the pentagon. Equals 31. 31. That is 30 wonderful to you and me. That's great. You did it. But don't get too cocky, or Professor Rocket will have to take away all of his sugar and sweetness. Psycho math treats. Now, wouldn't that be a crying shame? Professor Rock's out.
Game time. More stuff. Work. Greetings. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures. Or scoop.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's get right to it with our first animal. Poop or scoop. Some ants can turn other ants into their slaves. Think about it. If you believe ants can turn other ants into slaves, go scoop. But if you ain't buying that, go poop. And the answer is, it's the straight scoop. Slave maker ants enter another ant colony and send out a fake panic signal. During the confusion, the attacking ants steal the pupae from the colony and raise them as slaves. Here we go, gang. Next one. Poop or scoop. Some fish carry their own flashlights. Are you buying that one? Do some fish have their own flashlights? If yes, vote scoop. If you think this is one dim tail, vote poop. And the answer is, it's the straight scoop. You guessed it. The flashlight fish carries billions of luminescent bacteria in a pouch just below each eye. He uses the light to see at night and inside the dark crevices of coral reefs. Here's the next one. Poop or scoop. The Jesus lizard gets its name from the fact that it can heal people. If you believe that, go scoop. But if it's a little too miraculous for you, go poop. And poop it is. The Jesus lizard gets its name because it appears to walk on water. He has large feet that move really fast. Now this lets him skip across the surface of ponds in his native Central America. Moving on, poop or scoop. Young sand tiger sharks need the protection of their mothers until they're almost 2 years old. If you believe it, vote scoop. But if you think that's a little fishy, vote poop. And the answer is, it's animal poop. You see, tiger sharks begin fighting right in their mother's womb. Now, the strongest embryo eats its brothers and sisters. So, by the time it's born, the tiger shark is already well-nourished and aggressive enough to take care of itself. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Watch your backs. Coming through, coming through. Finish. Game time in 10 seconds. Radio Scramble.
Radio KBOX.
Hey, all you happening slackers and slackettes. This is your most outstanding radio scrambling DJ, Jumpin' Johnny Jumble, or as we say here,
Jumpin' Johnny Jerubum.
that's because here at Scramblin' Radio, we mix 'em and you fix 'em. In other words, my name is really
Jumpin' Johnny Jumbo.
and that's how it works. Solid sounds and tangled words that have you unscrambling the letters that we'll be throwing out at you. Let's start it off with a golden oldie that is pretty moldy. The 5 Discords singing their classic, Harvey Worst.
Harvey Worst, a small red and fleshy fruit.
Harvey Worst.
Gee, I think you're really cute.
Harvey Worst.
Hey, you're my juicy dream.
He tastes so good with cream. Yummy.
Harvey Worst, you're such a tasty dish.
Harvey Worst.
Yes, you really are delish.
Harvey Worst.
Hey, you're my Harvey Worst. Yeah.
Man, those Discords are crazy, baby. Could you unscramble it? That was their one-hit wonder, Strawberry. Oh, baby. And now it's time for another
Commercial spot.
As you know, you cats and cadettes, when Johnny needs a getaway from the fast track, I always like to take a break with Snoop 8.
Snoop 8 really hits the spot. Once you start, you just can't stop. Give me Snoop 8.
Yes, Snoop 8, crunchy and munchy and great for a snack or lunchy. So next time you have a craving for something fast and delicious, try Snoop 8. But be sure to ask for them by their unscrambled name, Peanuts.
Give me peanuts.
And now it's time for
April showers weather.
Thanks, Johnny. Well, today's forecast calls for beautiful skies, except if you don't like rhino cars, then you might want to get out of town. Rhino cars can reach 600 miles an hour, so it probably won't hurt to nail down your farm animals. While rhino cars don't have as many movies made about them as Twisters, they do make for better TV. So hunker down and hold on, because it's definitely the season for hurricanes. This is April Showers wishing you all sunny skies and pizza pies.
Thanks, April. And it looks like it's about time to pull this radio wagon out of Dodge. Until next time, this is...
Jumpin' Jeremy Bulge.
That's Jumbo.
That was cool. Let's play another. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to play 10 seconds, where you've got to read between the lines and think up the answers before time runs out. So now you know how to play. You got 10 seconds. The answer is cut the cheese. Next one. Did you get it? Who's on first? What's next? The answer is Tall Tales. You got 10 more seconds to get the next one. Well, I know where I stand. Age before beauty. Hey! Well, that's it for now. So keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds. Until it's once more time to play 10 seconds!
Job, work. Hey there. Next game coming up. Greetings. Game cartridge loading. Check. Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer, 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 closer. The riddle is, where was King Solomon's temple? Where was King Solomon's temple? Where was King Solomon's temple? And the answer is on his forehead. And as the wise man once said, foreheads better than one. Ta-ta.
Greetings, time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
Slave maker ants enter another ant colony and send out a fake panic signal. During the confusion, the attacking ants steal the pupae from the colony and raise them as slaves.
You take the 8 ounces in a cup, add it to the 4 people in a doubles map, divide it by the 2 eyes in your head, and the answer is 6. 6.
The United Nations, or UN, was formed in 1945 to promote world peace. Although the United Nations building is located in New York City, the land is not part of the United States. It has its very own internationally zoned land.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time. Now that we've got your attention, let the games begin. Cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. I don't understand. Every day it seems to be the same problem. Ugh, revolting slob.
You know, we can learn a thing or two from even the most peculiar people. Even the revolting slob, who I believe is getting ready for the big talent show. I wonder what talent he'll be performing. My, all those animals. That's quite a zoo. So, viewers, with so many to choose from, are the Revolting Slob's animal sounds A, diverse, B, divine, or C, divisive? The answer is A, diverse, which means numerous and varied.
And I sing?
Really? Please do. Oh, that's quite a splendid talent as well.
And stew.
Goodness, so many talents, but which one will you do?
Don't know.
But I'm afraid to tell you, you must choose one.
Can.
Oh, dear. With so many talents to choose from, is the Revolting Slob being A, incendiary, B, indecisive, or C, inquisitive? The correct answer is B, indecisive, which means unable to make a decision.
I don't idea. Do magic.
Perfect. Everyone loves magic. What will you do?
Pull rabbit from hat.
That's an extremely difficult trick. Can the Revolting Slob really?
Deborah! Presto.
Goodness, what a surprise. Well, now, the Revolting Slob's attempt to pull a rabbit from his hat was A, bungled, B, burgled, or C, bundled. The correct answer is A, bungled, which means doing something clumsily or unsuccessfully. Let's review. My, the Revolting Slob can perform a diverse number of animal impressions. But his inability to select a single talent out of his many shows him to be indecisive. And his attempt to pull a rabbit out of his hat was bungled. And you might also be interested to know that incendiary may be something that blows up, say, like a bomb. No slobs were harmed in the filming of this show.
Loading. Check. Next game up. Distraction news.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news and then ask you 5 questions about what we've just reported. So make sure you're not distracted. Tonight, we examine the heart. The heart is a muscle that works by pumping blood through the body. It has 4 chambers, 2 collecting ones called atria, and 2 larger pumping ones called ventricles. The heart pumps oxygen-rich blood into blood vessels called the arteries. The largest artery leaving the heart is called the aorta. The arteries get smaller until they become microscopic little tubes called capillaries. When blood is in the capillary, the cells trade oxygen for another gas called carbon dioxide. Now the blood needs oxygen again, so it's back to the heart. This time it travels through blood vessels called veins. The veins get bigger until they all collect into 2 big veins flowing back into the heart. The heart then pumps blood into the lungs. There we release the carbon dioxide by breathing it out. Then we get fresh oxygen to the blood by breathing air in. At that point, it's back to the heart for another round. So, I think we got to the heart of that matter. I wonder just how much attention you've been paying. Well, here goes. The heart pumps oxygen-rich blood into blood vessels called freeways, arteries, or art galleries. The answer is arteries. When the arteries become microscopic little tubes, they are called itty-bitty, cannelloni, or capillaries. The answer is capillaries. In the capillaries, blood trades oxygen for carbon dioxide, quick cash, or sugar. The answer is carbon dioxide. Blood travels back to the heart through the subway system, the internet, or veins. The answer is veins. And lastly, we get fresh oxygen by passing blood through Cleveland, the lungs, or the stomach. The answer is the lungs. So, did you get all 5? If you did, I'm going to send you a big chocolate heart. Yum! Until next time, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long.
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Professor Rocket. And today, in home economics, I'm going to teach you children how to make a pillowcase. Sound fun? Well, too bad, because we are really going to play some psycho math. Whoa, being a wise guy always makes my head explode. Okay, now for how psycho math works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of numbers, I will show you some pictures. Now listen up. You figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the problem. Are you ready? Then let's do some psycho math. Okay, let's start with the number of tusks on an elephant. Then add it to the number of donuts in a baker's dozen. Here's a clue. It's not the regular dozen. Then divide it by the number of ice cream scoops in a triple scoop sundae. Professor Rocket has a sweet tooth. In fact, he has 32 sweet teeth in all. Okay, now, you got the answer? You take the 2 elephant tusks, add it to the 13 donuts in a baker's dozen, divided by the 3 scoops of ice cream in a triple scoop sundae, equals 5. 5. That's the correct answer, and it ain't no jive. Now, get ready for the next one. The number of legs on a spider. Are you scared of spiders? I'm not. Divided by the number of bases on a baseball diamond. Then, add the number of the date that Halloween falls on. How you doing? All right? Now, what does it equal? We got a creepy spider with 8 legs divided by 4 bases on a baseball diamond, plus the number 31 that Halloween falls on. And the answer is 33. 33. That digit's so cool it scares me. Okay, here is the final one. King Henry's number, the one with the 6 wives. Subtract the number of cells in an amoeba, minus the number of points of a star on the American flag. You got the answer? Let's go! King Henry was Henry the VIII, minus the 1-cell animal, the amoeba, minus the 5 points on the American flag star, equals 2. 2! If you got it right, Professor Rocket sends props out to you. That's all I got today, so don't ask for no more. If you got all the psycho math right, you get a perfect score. Professor Rocket out.
Who's got the next
It's time to play 10 Seconds, where you've got to read between the lines and think up the answers before time runs out. So now you know how to play. You're on your own. You got 10 seconds. I'm getting dizzy. The answer is turning point. Ooh, next one. The answer is out on a limb. What's next? It's not such a big deal. It's making a mountain out of a molehill. You got 10 more seconds to get the next one. The answer is throwing caution to the wind. What's next? I'm feeling kind of punchy. Did you get it? It's shadow boxing. Well, that's it for now. So keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds until it's once more time to play 10 seconds.
We're serving both welding for you today.
Whoa!
What? You okay there? Hey, Pop! Look at that!
Hey, cats. It's your friend Sketch here to lay something heavy on you. Just 'cause you got eyes doesn't mean you always see. You got to get the whole picture before you really know what's going down. Don't believe me? Well, I'm gonna show you some pages from my sketch pad, but not every page. See if you can tell what's happening before I show you the missing pages. You dig? Now picture this. An English duke sees his most proper Queen Elizabeth fall right off her throne. The queen is mortified, baby. She wants to discuss the matter with her advisors. So she orders the duke not to tell anyone what happened until he sees her face again. The duke agrees. But the newspapers hear something's up. They want the duke to tell them what went down. So they hound the duke night and day. But the duke, he won't talk. Then these news dudes lay a bunch of the green stuff in front of him, and he agrees to tell what happened. When the queen reads the papers, she flips her royal wig. The duke is brought in, and she reminds him that he wasn't supposed to say anything until he saw her face again. But the duke, he's just chilling. He tells the queen that she can't punish him because he kept his word the whole time. Crazy, man. Are you hip to the scene? Can you tell me what really went down before I lay the missing pages of my sketch pad on you? Remember, you can look, but you don't always see. Check it out. Now, you might think that he saw the queen's face at a wax museum, but that ain't it. Or maybe you're thinking the duke dreamt of the queen's face and spilled the beans in his sleep. But that ain't it either. So you gotta ask yourself, how could he see her face when she couldn't see him? You got it in focus? He saw her picture on all that money. He kept his promise not to say anything until he saw her face again. It just happened a little sooner than the queen was figuring. Wow, child. So like I've been telling you, when you really use your eyes, you're gonna draw the right conclusion.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'm talking here. That's better. All right, it's time once again to play Poop or Scoop. Can you tell the straight scoop true from the animal poop false? Test your knowledge of the animal kingdom by separating fact from fiction. Let's start with this shocker. Poop or Scoop. An electric eel generates enough electricity to power a 20-story office building. What's it gonna be? Do electric eels really pack that kind of punch? If you think they do, let me hear you say Scoop. If not, say Poop.
Animal poop.
And the answer is poop.
Yay.
An electric eel is like a swimming battery, but not an entire power station. It's capable of releasing a charge of up to 500 volts. And while that won't keep an elevator moving, it's still enough to kill a good-sized fish. Talk about your assault and battery. Next one. Poop or Scoop. Giant pandas eat more than 30 pounds of bamboo a day. If you think I'm just trying to bamboozle you, vote Poop. But if you think I'm barking up the right tree, vote Scoop. And the answer is, my friends, it's the straight Scoop. The giant panda eats about 33 pounds of food every day. They'd much rather eat more nutritious foods like fish and small rodents. But the problem is that animals aren't plentiful up in the panda's high mountain home. So he eats bamboo. Lots and lots of bamboo. Here's another one for you. Get a load of the narwhal. Poop or Scoop. The narwhal uses that long tusk to skewer other fish like a shish kebab. If you think that's besides the point, go Poop. If not, go Scoop. And Poop it is. The narwhal's tusk, which is really an 8-foot-long tooth, isn't used to stab anything. No one's quite sure if it has any real function, although it may play a part in mating rituals. And speaking of sharp points, try taking a stab at this one. Poop or Scoop. The porcupine can actually shoot its quills at predators and prey. What do you think? Can a porcupine really stick it to his enemies? If you think so, go with Scoop. If not, pure Poop.
Animal poop.
And the answer is, it's pure Poop.
Yay.
The porcupine can't shoot its quills. It only releases them after they get stuck in an animal that comes near. Talk about too close for comfort. Well, kids, that's all we got for you today. If you got only one right, you're a party pooper. 2, and you're a pooper scooper. 3 makes you a super pooper scooper. If you got all 4 questions, you're what else? A super duper pooper scooper. I'm telling you, you can't get this kind of entertainment just anywhere. So please, join us again next time for Poop or Scoop.
Watch your backs. Coming through, coming through. Good. No, wait, right, left, right, left. Okay, right there. Hold it. Haunted house party.
and welcome to the Haunted House Party. Tonight we will party with the most revered and yet dead luminary. It is you who is responsible to deduce just who our mystery guest is. Oh, look, our guest of honor has just arrived. See if you can identify him. If not, who knows what ghastly consequence will befall you.
Good evening, my French friend.
Excuse me, but I am English.
Yes, I just love the French. In fact, I purchased the Louisiana Territory from them.
But I am not.
And I represented America as ambassador to the French court. Hopefully this nickel will help me get a decent table.
A whole nickel?
No need to thank me. I have quite a lot of them. There were no photo IDs when I was alive, so it's my only means of identification. Of course, there is the $2 bill.
I'll be sure not to spend the entire nickel in one place.
Oh, I so love parties. In fact, I founded one, the Democratic Party, although at the time we called it the Republican Party.
And I've taken the liberty of seating you with the other two-term presidents.
Hold on now. You're not French. You're British, aren't you?
Quite.
Well, my dear sir, I just happen to be the one who shaped the Declaration of Independence, so we didn't have to do anything the British told us to do.
I certainly didn't mean to.
And you certainly won't. That is because I am...
Just one bygone moment. Who might this expired guest be? Let's examine the facts. He was ambassador to France, from whom he purchased the Louisiana Territory. His face is on the nickel and the $2 bill. He founded the Democratic Party. He was a two-term president, and he shaped the Declaration of Independence. The mysterious mystery guest has got to be...
Oui, mon ami, I am Thomas Jefferson, and I was your third president.
Impressive! We just got that one in under the... deadline! When you're ready for more deceased fun, tune in again, at which time you're all invited to the Haunted House Party.
Game cartridge loading. Check.
Next game up, Riddle Snake.
In the dark and mysterious recesses of parts unknown, there resides the strange and riddle-wise creature known only as the Riddle Snake. His music is enchanting, and his riddles are perplexing. So look close and think even closer and closer and closer. The riddle is, why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants? Why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants? Why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of pants? And the answer is because he had a hole in one. The Riddle Snake also suggests if you get a stain on your pants, you wash it immediately with cold water. Not a riddle, but excellent advice. So long.
Greetings. Time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
He was was ambassador to France, from whom he purchased the Louisiana Territory. His face is on the nickel and the $2 bill. He founded the Democratic Party. He was a 2-term president, and he shaped the Declaration of Independence.
I am Thomas Jefferson, and I was your 3rd president.
Let's go! King Henry was Henry the VIII, minus the one-cell animal, the amoeba, minus the 5 points on the American flag star, equals 2.
The heart is a muscle that works by pumping blood through the body. It has 4 chambers, 2 collecting ones called atria, and 2 larger pumping ones called ventricles.
But his inability to select a single talent out of his many shows him to be indecisive, and his attempt to pull a rabbit out of his hat was bungled.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time. Hey, play Crashbox at HBOforKids.com. Well, now that we've got your attention, let the game begin. Game cartridges assembling. Greetings. Game loading. Mind your fingers. Keep working, you rust buckets. Uh-oh. Ah, that's just great. Negative, terabytes, downbytes, gigabytes. First game up, distraction news.
And now, Distraction News with your anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Good evening. I'm Dora Smarmy, and welcome to Distraction News, where we give you the news and then ask you 5 questions about what we've just reported. So make sure you're not distracted. And now our top story today, and it's a scorcher, the thermometer. The word thermometer is from the Greek thermo, meaning heat, and meter, meaning measure. There are many types of thermometers, but we will concentrate on the common household type, the liquid thermometer, which is a type of thermal expansion thermometer. The element mercury is sealed inside a tube or glass with a temperature scale marked on the glass. Since mercury is a pure element and is liquid at room temperature, it's the substance most widely used for thermal expansion thermometers. When it's heated, it expands or gets bigger. When chilled, it contracts or gets smaller. Today, you might see or have other kinds of thermometers in your home. An IR, or infrared thermometer, has an electronic sensor that measures infrared or heat waves. When placed in your ear, it measures body temperatures by reading the infrared rays coming off a person's eardrum. However, the old-fashioned liquid thermometer, a type of thermal expansion thermometer, will be around for a long time. They're simple, inexpensive, long-lasting, and very useful for everyday needs. That is, versus other kinds more useful in industry or in extreme temperatures. A pretty chilling story, huh? Well, now that you have a distracting number of facts, let's just see how well you were able to concentrate. Here goes. The word thermometer in Greek means glass thing you put in your mouth, Mommy, I can't go to school, I'm sick, or heat and measure. The answer is heat and measure. What element is used in thermometers? Mercury, Pluto, or Mars? The answer is Mercury. When mercury is heated, it does what? Sweats, turn on the air conditioning, or expands? The answer is expands. When mercury is chilled, it puts on a faux fur coat, contracts, or its teeth chatter. The answer is it contracts. And lastly, the ear thermometer measures temperatures how? Sound waves, earwax buildup, or infrared rays? The answer is infrared rays. So, how did you do? As for me, I don't feel so good. Maybe I'm coming down with something. Well, I guess that's all the time we have for today, but remember, don't ever let anything distract you from watching Distraction News. So long. Is it hot in here or is it just me? I feel a little feverish. Where's that thermometer?
This has been Distraction News with your favorite cardboard cutout anchor person, Dora Smarmy.
Rocket, and I'm here to psych you up for Psycho Math. Woo! Okay, that's a little too psyched up. You know how Psycho Math works. I'll show you an equation, but instead of numbers, I'm gonna show you some pictures. Then you figure out what numbers the pictures stand for and solve the math. Sound easy? Well, we'll just see about that. First, let's start with the number of horns on a unicorn. Then add it to the number of numbers with the word teen in them. Then divide it by the maximum number of terms a United States president can serve. Okay, now it's time to find a solution. You take one horn on the unicorn, add it to the 7 numbers that have the word teen in them. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, divided by the 2 terms a president can serve. And the answer is 4. You heard me? 4. That was so much fun, let's do some more. Now, get ready for the next one. Take the number of 2 dozen eggs. Next, add the number of musicians in a quintet. Then take away the number of justices on the Supreme Court. Come on, you must have learned that in school. Okay, did you figure that all out? There are 24 eggs and 2 dozen. Plus 5 musicians in a quintet. Minus 9 Supreme Court justices. And the answer is 20. Yeah, you heard me right. I said 20. Which means if you are looking for fun, Psycho Math has plenty. Now don't quit yet, because we have one more to go. The number of dollars that are in the bill that Andrew Jackson's on. Now subtract the number of wise men at the nativity. Minus the number of digits in the United States phone area code. You got the answer? I know you do, so let's figure it out. There are $20 in the Andrew Jackson bill. minus the 3 wise men, minus the 3 digits in an area code. What does it equal? 14. Oh yeah, 14. What a scream! You know what's really gonna make you scream? I'm all done with Psycho Math. Only for today, though, so don't be too scared. Until then, Professor Rocket's out.
More stuff. Work, work, work. Game time in 10 seconds. Next game up, mugshots.
My name's Verity. I bust bad guys. You want to help? Come on in. We got 4 suspects pinned down. 3 of them are guilty. Listen to their stories and spot the mistakes. The ones that lie did the crime. Today we're interviewing the Over the Hill gang. Seems 3 of them roughed up some weightlifters at Muscle Beach yesterday. Remember, only one of these mugs is telling the truth. The other 3 are lying. First up, Mildred Postley.
Verity, dear, I was nowhere near Muscle Beach yesterday. I only got back from a bingo tournament in Hawaii this morning. Hawaii, you know, the 50th state.
What do you think? Is Hawaii the 50th state? Let's move on to Irv Goldberg. Let's just hope his alibi is better than his health.
Verity, these accusations are no good for an old man's heart. I could tell you that, young lady. And another thing, I was with my son at his jewelry business yesterday. He had me sorting the sapphires from the amethysts and the quagmires.
What do you think? Are sapphires, amethysts, and quagmires all jewels? Now it's Rupert Brindle's turn to spill.
Weightlifters. Phooey. Me and my old lady were at a motorcycle convention in Brazil. Funny thing about Brazil, everybody speaks Spanish there.
Ay caramba! Does everyone in Brazil speak Spanish? Finally, there's Sergio Corleone, a.k.a. the Dapper Dawn.
Come closer, Verity. Closer. Now you listen to me. And you listen good. I don't know nothing about no weightlifters. I took my granddaughter to the aquarium. We saw this cute baby dolphin hatch out of its shell.
Corleone looks more like a godfather than a grandfather. But what do you think? Does a dolphin really hatch out of a shell? Well, just like I figured, each criminal all but confessed. Did you spot the mistakes?
He had me sorting the sapphires from the amethysts and the quagmires.
He should have been sorting fact from fiction. A quagmire isn't some kind of gem. It's just a fancy name for swampy land.
Funny thing about Brazil, everybody speaks Spanish.
Funny thing about prison, everybody wants out. Brindle's gonna learn that, 'cause Brazilians speak Portuguese, not Spanish.
We saw this cute baby dolphin hatch out of its shell.
Shell? I think cell's more like it, at least for this guy. Dolphins aren't hatched from eggs. They're mammals, just like you and me.
Hawaii, you know, the 50th state.
Bingo! Mildred's right. Hawaii is the 50th of the United States. But if she ever did get into a scuffle with some weightlifters, my money's on Mildred.
and jamming, friends. This here's Captain Bob with a different kind of cool running. I can't get back to my beautiful home in Jamaica because I'm stuck in this tank. No worries, man. I got me Rasta sub and me dreads swinging to the music. Look at this.
Can you help Captain Bob? He's jamming in his song.
Okay, here's the deal. Now I'm gonna show you 3 things. And you got to tell me what they all got in common. But you got to do it before the water runs out of my tank. Let's go, gang. We got to get jamming.
Use your eyes, use your brain before his crews go down the drain.
Like I said, we got 3 things. We got New Jersey, a fisherman, and a tennis court. What do they all have in common? Quick, the level's dropping. New Jersey, a fisherman, and a tennis court. We're almost at the bottom, man. Do you see it now? They're all things with nets, man. New Jersey got the basketball playing nets. A fisherman be using his net to catch the fish. And the tennis court has the net, man. Now this is fun. Next clue.
Before old Bob hits the bottom, find what these 3 got in common.
What's this now? We got a train, an animal in the wild, and a compact disc. Can you figure out what ties them all together? Think hard. The water's already running away. You got a train, an animal in the wild, and a compact disc. Hurry! That drain be clogging. Time's up, man. They're all things with tracks. A train needs a track to run. An animal be leaving tracks in the wild. And CD needs tracks for the playing. Well, that's it for today. Join me in me take next time for another round.
We have Captain Bob. Now he's jamming in his song.
Anybody see the next game? Hey there, crazy, isn't it? Excuse me. I don't have all day. Hello? Excuse me? Uh-oh. Whoa! Greetings. Game cartridge loading. Check. Game time. Captain Bones.
Ahoy, matey. Shiver me timbers. Yo ho ho. Look alive, ye lollygaggers. I'm the incredibly dead Captain Bones. I've been sailing the 7 seas for an eternity, and I'll tell ya, I'm a bored stiff. The only thing that saves me from going stark raving mad is making up math puzzles using nothing but me own bones. Now watch closely, and just do as I say, or I'll surprise the life out of ye. Just watch me bones. Let me show you what I mean. Here's a picture of a salty dog. You try making a better one with nothing but your own bones, eh? Now, supposing I were to ask you to move only one of me bones, so that afterwards the dog faces the opposite direction. Could you handle it? I should hope so, you ascot worm sissies. Look-o. There you have it. Weren't nothing to it. But don't be thinking this is the good ship Lollipop, you Shirley Temple lovers. here it is again, 'cause you probably missed it the first time. Here's one for you to puzzle out without me help. First, let me shuffle up me bones. I hope you can see 5 squares on me deck. But can you move 2 of me bones so the 5 squares become 4 right in front of your mascara-covered eyes? Remember, you're to move but 2. Now, put your backs into it, ladies. Dirty here, brimming with intelligence there. All right, here's a clue for you facial-getting mama's girls. 2 of the squares you see now will be ruined to make a new one. 2 sides of the new square are already in place. Can you see where that might be? When all is done, none of the squares will be touching except at the corners. All right, enough already. If I weren't already dead, you'd be killing me. Arr, there it is, you feeble-minded swabbies. Weren't nothing to it, you jump rope skipping players with dolls. Not that you knew it. I work me fingers to the bone, thinking of puzzles. And why? Because that's all me fingers are to begin with.
Next game coming up. Greetings. Next game on the way. Dirty Pictures. Game quality under control. Radio Scramble.
Hey, you chicks and chicklets. This is your most irregular radio scrambling DJ, Jumpin' Johnny Jumble. Or as we say here at Scramblin' Radio, Jumpin' Johnny Plumjet. That's because here at Scramblin' Radio, we mix 'em and you fix 'em. In other words, my name is really Jumpin' Johnny Jumble. And I'll be shooting out the hits, chopping up the words, and it's up to you guys to try to make sense out of the whole mess. So let's roll this rock out of the cave and down your block with today's #1 hit. It's the Rearrangeables with Chromeo.
I'm sick of the sight of pencils. I'm sick of the sight of pens. I'm up to here with reading and writing and multiplication. I went to see the doctor. He gave me the bad news. He said, son, you got a nasty dose of the Chromeo blues. The Chromeo blues. The Chromeo blues. My brain is overloaded. It seems there's nothing I can do. I have to call my teacher. I think she needs to know. I gotta have a break from all this Chromeo.
Oh, man. That was the Rearrangeables schooling us with homework. Did you get it? I knew that you could. This may be hard to believe, but even Jumpin' Johnny can get tired. And when I do, I like to stop in at Casey's Trestasm place.
Hard or soft, king or queen, Casey's Trestasm are a dream. He's got prices you can't beat, 'cause his salesmen are asleep.
Whether you like 'em large or small, hard or soft, king, queen, or double Trestasm, be sure to make it a Casey's mattress. Did you get it before I got it? Oh, cool. And before we diaper up this baby and say goodbye, you just gotta hear this hot sound from Hopeless with Yed Matten.
Grandpa's gone and clogged up the bathroom. And the plumber says there's just one thing to do. He's using Yed Matten, the very best kind of Yed Matten. Stand back, 'cause he's gonna light the fuse. He's using Yed Matten, 2 big sticks of Yed Matten, but watch out, it'll blow all over you.
Whoa, exploding onto the charts, that was Hopeless with Dynamite. Oh, baby. Well, I guess it's about time to blow this popsicle stand, so this is Sayonara from
Jumpin' Johnny Bombshell.
That's Jumbo. Dig it.
It's time for Crashbox Rewind, where we flash back through the show and remind you how smart you really are.
We got New Jersey, a fisherman, and a tennis court. They're all kings with nets, man.
Hawaii. You know, the 50th state.
Bingo! Mildred's right. Hawaii is the 50th of the United States.
Now it's time to find a solution. You take one horn on the unicorn to the 7 numbers that have the word teen in them, divided by the 2 terms a president can serve. And the answer is 4. 4.
An IR, or infrared thermometer, has an electronic sensor that measures infrared or heat waves. When placed in your ear, it measures body temperature by reading the infrared rays coming off a person's eardrum.
Well, that's it for now. See you next time.